Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's going to join us tonight. We're just going to hop on over here and see that we are live. Apparently there's a delay. There we are. And we're going to share with our groups so everyone knows we're here. Share. And team. Okay, everybody should now know we're here. Say hello when you join so I know who's hanging out with me. You'll see before you the entirety of the amazing Reindeer Days Suite Collection. I wanted to show you everything that comes in it. We're not using every part of it, like these cute little boxes. I have shown these in the past with the treat, the little house bundle with the punch and house stamp. I showed these boxes before, but this is part of this suite. Actually, if you get the suite collection, these are part of it. I will tell you the suite collection right now is unavailable again because everything is available except for these cute little peppermints embellishments. These they come in stock and then they go right back out of stock just as quick as they come in. So if this is something that's been on your wish list, it's one of those things you got to keep checking frequently. Let me know that you're watching for them and I can let you know when they're in, and it's a quick grab. You got to put the order in like the day they come in because that night they're out of stock again. Stampin' Up just can't keep these in stock. Everybody loves them, myself included. So yeah, so this keeps putting the suite unavailable. Everything else is still available. Part of the suite is this Forever Plaid embossing folder. We will use this evening for one of our cards. And then, of course, the Reindeer Fun Bundle. This is a really cute stamp and die set. There's a lot of additional dies outside of just these images here. Like we can build a reindeer. We will do that tonight. We have holly. I have not used that yet, but I am looking forward to using it. We have these little lights. You can make packages. We've got some bells. So a lot of really just fun dies in this collection. When it says reindeer fun, they're not fooling. It is a lot of fun. Tucker is misbehaving. There's enough room for you to squeeze out the door. You can go. I'm not getting up to help you. And then, of course, like I said, these boxes are part of it. The red and white baker's twine we will be using. And then, of course, this designer series paper. So stinking cute. Hey, sis. Hey, Sherry. Glad you ladies could join. So check out this adorable paper. And of course, our dies do cut out some of the images in the paper. So I will show that this evening. We have this pretty Christmas plaid. This little deer can be cut out using the dies. I believe this one is cut out using the dies. Yeah. So lots of images. Just so really cute. Here's the holly. These little deer. This image here we'll be cutting out using the dies. Love this scenery. And then we have the trees on the back side. And look at these fun deer and snowmen and the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's just fun paper. And this is called Reindeer Days 12 by 12. And to make the suite even sweeter, you can add on. There's an add-on stamp set. I did not bring that over. I should have brought that over for you to see. But there's also the Reindeer's Memory and More, or Memories scrapbooking kit. So everything in here creates these 6 pages as a layout. Yeah, there's some stickers in here. You get more designer series paper. It's not the whole pack of designer series paper, but it's very select images. So you have your full instructions on making all 6 spreads, and they're full color. So here's all your layout information, and then here's your 2-page spread, 2-page spread, 2-page spreads. So it'll be fun documenting our family Christmas this year by using this fun scrapbooking kit. I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'll be taking lots of pictures this Christmas to do this. Oh, what's happening here? Okay. Oh, hey, Sue. Hey, Arlene. So here's more of that paper. This one is a different pattern that is not in the Reindeer Days pack of paper. And it's got the pool party with the snowflake pattern. So this one is actually different. This one's also not found in that pack with this plaid. So yeah, this is actually completely different. The only one that's the same, I think, so far is this here sheet with the deer and the light bulbs, because this pool party piece is different. Backside, ooh, is solid white. And then we have this real red with the snowflake, also white on the backside. And then we have these die cut pieces. Like you have your title parts and some large little pieces here. So cute. Then you have, of course, your white core double-sided, two-toned cardstock. So you have light side, dark side. And it's all 12 by 12. You have the white pool party. And then right here is a big sticker sheet. So you have stickers that you can use. So again, just a really fun suite of product. So if you're interested in that, that is available in the online store. Okay, real quick before we start, Paper Pumpkin, we are in our December ordering period. So if you are ready to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, now is the time. You have until December 10th to get in on the December kit. Not a Christmassy kit. This one is called Notes from the Heart. You're going to make 9 cards, each of 3 designs. You're going to get pre-cut vellum pieces, scalloped card bases with coordinating envelopes. You're going to have colors that coordinate will be Blackberry Bliss, Flirty Flamingo, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pretty in Pink and Very Vanilla, and your ink spot will be Blackberry Bliss. Online exclusives also dropped back November 4th, so we have lots of new stuff there to choose from as well. And I will tell you, demonstrators just have the opportunity to preview the new upcoming spring catalog going live in January, and pre-order from that. I do have my pre-order coming. And we also had some new online exclusives drop for that January go live time, and we were able to pre-order from that. Oh, I'm going to be broke. The online exclusives especially are really amazing. Absolutely fell in love with the online exclusive offering, and I think you will too. So just going to leave that there. All right, tonight's cards. Sweet, simple, very not difficult to make at all, and very quick. So tonight's our first card is this cute little Merry Christmas. We used our little embellishments there. Even stamped the inside with our little tree. Card number 2, look at our little deer peeking out of his little window. We cut our designer paper with that little die that, look at the little detail here. We have all these little fronds from our little die cut piece there that our deer is peeking out from behind. It says, may all your days be full of cheer. And then we have this one we did emboss with that embossing folder. The just bleh, can't even say it now. The Forever Plaid. And it says Christmas is better together, and we die cut out our little deer with the baby deer. And then, of course, more of those little embellishments. Again, super quick, super easy. And we're going to get started. Hey, Arlene, I'm glad you could join. Okay, ladies, here we go. We are going to start with card number 1. We have a Granny Apple Green card base that is 4 1/4 by 11 scored, and we're going to fold at 5 1/2. So we're just going to go ahead and fold that on the score line. Use our bone folder. Press that out. I have a piece of Designer Series paper. That's 4 by 5 1/4. I also have a piece of basic white, also 5 1/4 by 4. And we are going to stamp our little tree using Granny Apple. So we're going to ink our tree up in Granny Apple, like so. And there's our little tree down in the corner. Yep. Close that up. I'm going to clean that off. And adhesive. What's happening here? This will go on the inside of our card, just like so. Okay. While we're putting this card together, I did want to let everyone know I do have a Black Friday special coming. It will go for the entire weekend. It'll start midnight, Friday at midnight, and it will go until the 11:59 p.m. Monday, Cyber Monday. For every order of $25 or more you place in my online store, I will send you a mystery box of equal value or better. From my stash, some things may be completely brand new that has never been used. It's retired. Some things may be gently used, but it will be an amazing box of awesomeness. That's all I'm going to say. So again, starting at $25 for every order placed in my online store using the current host code, and I'll put that up here for you. It's actually in the description of this video, but that is the host code right here. If you use that host code and your order is $25 or more, your mystery box will come to you with the equal or better value. So I'm going to take that back down for the moment so that we don't hide what we're doing here. Okay, so there's the start. Next, I have a Granny Apple Green panel. This measures 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. scrap of white, actually a couple scraps of white for die cutting and stamping. And I have another piece of that designer series paper. This measures 3.5 by 1.5. I'm going to go ahead, add our adhesive. Okay. So this is going to go right here to the left. Try to get 3 equal borders. And then we're going to take our red and white twine and we're just going to wrap that around once. And we're going to tie. Oop. This is where our tweezers come in handy. There we go. Snips. Okay, just going to trim our ends. Like so. Oop. Actually, let's, that looks better. Okay, now we just need our, I did. Whoop. Dimensionals. All right, and that goes on the center of our card. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Like so. All right, next we need to die cut a little circle. And this is from our Stylish Shapes dies. I believe it's our second largest die in that collection. So we're just gonna place that on our baby boss and run that through. No, we didn't get any snow. I mean, we had snow, but it didn't stick. It was mostly rain. I think it stayed south of us, which is really bizarre because that never happens. We're usually the ones that get clobbered around here, but we got lucky this time. It stayed to the north and or the south rather. And I'm good with that. I am not looking forward to winter by any stretch of the imagination. If there's some miracle and I get to retire in the next couple of weeks, bring it on. Until then, I hate winter. Okay, so So we're just going to add some dimensionals to this little die cut circle, and that's just going to sit there just like so. And now we're going to bring in our little deer. We have our Memento black ink pad. We're just going to ink him up really well. And next, we're just going to stamp him on our little scrap here. Make sure all that ink transfers from the stamp to the paper, just like so. Clean off that stamp. Now, I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. I have Pecan Pie Light and Dark. I have my Real Red Light. And then I have my color lifter tool. Ugh, got hair all over my face here, and it's tickling my nose and making it itch. Okay, so I have my Real Red Light, and we're just going to do the inside of his ear. That's all we're doing. Nothing special. Okay, now I'm going to take my light pecan pie, and I'm going to start filling in my little deer. And again, like I've said before, it's better and easier to blend when your ink is still wet. So you want to work in smaller areas rather than trying to do large areas to color, because your ink will start to dry and then it does not blend as easily. All right, so now I'm going to go back with my dark. And then we're going to go blend that out with the light. And then we can finish filling in. I'm going to go down his leg. Get the other leg. And now Tucker's back knocking on the door. He's back and forth between my husband and I. He doesn't know who he wants to be around. Being a little pain in the neck. All right. So now we're going to go in and do our shading. So we got our dark. Okay, we'll come back with our light. And then just fill that in like so. Then I'm going to take the color lifter and then like right here in his chest, just going to lighten that out a little bit. And then you can also just do some little dots on his back. Okay. Now we're going to take, oh, did I, where's the dies? Oop. There you go. All right. Next, we're going to get him all lined up. And then we're going to cut him out. Oop. I think there, that looks good. I'm going to put a couple of pieces on him. Tucker, you really need to make a decision. Are you coming to stay or are you going? You want to come up here? Come on. No? Well, then I don't know what to tell you. Nobody wants to see a fuss budget. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I'm glad you like these. I thought they were kind of cute. Okay. There's our adorable little reindeer. We're going to get some dimensionals. And he can frolic like so. Then I have, this is a 1/2 inch wide piece of scrap. Yeah, he is doing that, Aunt Sherry. He's making mommy and daddy crazy. Yeah. Actually, surprisingly, daddy's been pretty patient with him because it's mommy that's getting aggravated. All right. I have real red and granny apple green. And we are going to do our sentiment in 2 colors. We want the Merry in red, real red, and we want the Christmas in granny apple green. So we're going to start with our Merry. And one thing with the photopolymer stamps, you can see what you're doing. So you can just dip that Merry into red. Close that up. Whoa. Just use your nose, dude. You can go out the door all by yourself. You're a big boy. All right, now we're using the green. So I'm just putting the Christmas in the green ink without affecting Merry. So put that aside. And now we're just going to stamp Merry Christmas. Just like so. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I'm glad you like them. Okay, so there is our Merry Christmas. And now we're just going to use our snips, and we're going to snip off this end. That'll go into my scrap pile because that could be used for something else. Another sentiment. And then we're just going to snip between the words Christmas and Merry. And I'm going to take our adhesive. There's Merry. And that's going to go right there. Oop. Christmas. Okay, that's got to come down a little bit. So is he. Oh, he's down. There we go. That'll work. Okay. And to finish that, we are going to find our cute little embellishments. Where did I put them? I knew I had them. All right. We're just going to grab a few of these cuties. These little peppermint candy embellishments. And that can go there. And we'll put one of the large ones right over here. So there's our first card. Isn't it cute? It is. When you have photopolymer stamps like that, it's very easy to do that. Now, when you're using like maybe a red rubber where you can't see through, it's not a good idea to try it that way. That's when you want to use your Stampin' Right markers, not your alcohol markers, but the Stampin' Right markers. And you could use the red marker and the green marker to color on the stamp and do it that way. But when you are able to see through, you can do it that way. So just a really cute card. And I love these little peppermint embellishments. Definitely worth the wait to get those. I had to wait to get them myself. Okay, card number 2. This one might even be my favorite. So for this one, I have a thick basic white card base. Again, 4 1/4 by 11. And it's scored, and we're going to fold on that 5 1/2 inch mark. So it's folded in half. Just line everything up. Use our bone folder to press that out. Then I have a piece of that lovely designer paper, 4 by 5 1/4. So that lines up perfectly like so. And then I have some scraps here. And this is for our die cutting our deer. I have an early espresso. I have basic beige. And I have pecan pie. And then I have a scrap basic white for our sentiment, may all your days be full of cheer. So we'll set that aside. So we're going to start with our designer series paper. And I need, well, I must have put that back in the package too. I did. This little wreath here. And that is going to cut out our little frame here. So it's about like so. Now this die is small enough to go through the Baby Boss. So you could technically do this on the Baby Boss. My paper is not. So I have to use the Big Boss to cut this out because my paper is too wide for the Baby Boss. Your paper has to be about, I think 3.5 inches is about as big as you're going to get through the Baby Boss. And this is not that size. So I've got my Big Boss here. And we are going to roll this through. And Tucker is back. He left for all of about 2 seconds. And now he's back. I just don't know where he wants to be. But he better figure it out. So we have our little piece. This is for our scrap pile. And we remove that. And we have all these pretty little fronds. Are you going to get up here and lay down? Be a good boy. Come on. I got it. Good boy. All right. Now he's going to settle in. Oh, good grief. Yes, he is looking for attention. And he's finding that Daddy's watching football. So Daddy's not giving him the attention he wants. So now he's finally going to settle down. Good Lord have mercy. All right. So we have our little frame now. So we can go ahead and add our adhesive. And then just a little here on these corners. Oop, that one just a little high. If you ever have your adhesive get a little too out of control, you just fold it over so it goes where it needs to be. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and add this to our card base. That looks good. Okay. So there's that. Okay, now these little babies, they can go on the Baby Boss. And what we need for this, did I put those back? I did. We need our little Build-A-Deer pieces. And there's 3 of them. All right. So we're doing early espresso for the antlers. Where's my... Here. So we're going to go ahead and tack these down so everybody stays in place. We're going to try to run these through all at the same time. All right. Next, we are going to do our little basic beige for like the muzzle and the inside of his ears. That's kind of what that's going to turn into. And then our little detail piece is going to be pecan pie. Okay. So now we can bring back our Baby Boss. And plates. Let's see if we can't get all these on here. Yeah. Maybe. It's tight. No, actually we got room there. Here it goes. Okay. There's all of our pieces. Okay. So now we can go ahead and start popping everything out. Where'd that little pokey tool go? Because we're going to need that. There it is. So we got to poke these out. So there's that one. And then we got to pop this one out. There's that. And then poke all these little extra pieces out. Oop. Okay. And then we gotta got our fine tip glue here. And we are going to put all this together. So we're just going to add glue. And then everything just lines up. Like so. So there's the first piece. So then we bring in our pecan pie. We're going to add and then these layer and line up just like the others. So there is our adorable little deer. Is he not the cutest little thing? I think he's absolutely sweet. Cover our glue up, set that aside. And all we're going to do is add a little bit of adhesive there. And then he just goes in like so and is kind of peeking out of the bushes. Too cute. All right, bring in our scrap here. And for that, we have May All Your Days Be Full of Cheer. And for that, I used Garden Green. So may all your days be full of cheer. There's that. And put that stamp off quick. And once again, we're going to bring in our baby boss. I have here, this is from the Stylish Shapes dies. It's the largest banner in that collection. Make sure I get this straight. There we go. looks pretty good. All right, bring back that baby boss. I think so, sis. I think he's so cute. Okay. Set that down and away we go. So there is our sentiment. That goes in our little trash pile there. Okay, so for this, we do need a couple of dimensionals, or 3. I like 3. Once I figure out what I did with them. Here they are. Oh, sugar, they're stuck. Oh, there we go. How the heck did I do that? I'll never know. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, so we're just going to peel those backings. May all your days be full of cheer. And there you have it. Done. That would be card number 2. Told you, quick, easy, simple. All right. We are now on to our 3rd card, which again, not difficult. We have another thick basic white card base, 4 1/4 by 5 or by 11, fold in half at 5 1/2. And we're just gonna use our bone folder there. This time I have basic red, cut 4 by 5 1/4. And this is what's going to go through our Forever Plaid embossing folder. And this is a 3D embossing folder. So, and again, because my paper in this embossing folder are, well, the embossing folder alone is huge. Paper has nothing to do with it, but paper is also too big for the baby boss. But we have to use the big boss for this because sheer size. So for this, we do use our platform number 1. So it's number 1. We put our embossing folder with our paper, and then we use the number 4 plate, specialty plate. So these are what's going to run through the big boss. These big folders, you do have to make sure everything lines up perfectly because there is no wiggle room for these. This has to go through, or you could tear up your folder. You could tear up your machine. So you want to make sure everything is lined up perfectly. And then for this, we are going to go ahead. Want to use liquid glue typically because this can tear, but I'm just going to be really slow and hope that I just don't tear my paper, because Seal Plus does have a tendency, if you go too fast, it'll grip that paper and it'll just tear it. And you've seen me do it before. You just got to be really cautious when you're doing it on embossed paper. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put that down. Like so. Okay. Next, I have a piece of basic white. This is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. I have a scrap for my sentiment. And then I went ahead and I rough cut my designer series paper so we'd be able to cut out our image. So there's a die for that. And it's right here. It cuts out the baby with the mama all at the same time. So we just have to get everything lined up. It's just a little bust. There we go. Oop. And we gotta get that back there again. There we go. All right. Now we can bring back the baby boss. Where did I put? There they are. All righty. There's our sweet little dear. Straight out of the designer series paper, so that saved us coloring. Let's face it, stamping doesn't take long at all. It's the coloring that can be sometimes tedious. And as much as I love to sit and stamp and make my cards, sometimes I just don't feel like coloring. So this right here is the answer to that. All right, so dimensionals. And that, it's going to go on the center. Like so. And then our little deer family get some dimensionals as well. Try one there, one there, and one there. And they're going to go right there. Then got this pretty twine again. Get that. Trim that down. And then we need a glue dot. And the baby gets a little bow. Then we need our real red ink pad again. And then Christmas is better together. Now you'll see that is stained red. Photopolymer does stain. Not a big deal. It doesn't hurt a thing. The stamp is going to work just as good tomorrow as it did today. Okay. Get out of the way. Get that out of the way. And we need our... This is a smaller circle from the Stylish Shapes dies. This one, I want to say it is like the third from the smallest. Just put that down so it doesn't go anywhere. Roll that through. We have our better together. Okay. Back to the dimensionals again. We'll do 4. And that's going to just go right there. And peppermints. We'll do a little one there. We'll do medium there. And a large there. And that completes card number 3. Oop. Thanks, sis. So we'll do a quick recap. So we had our first card with our Granny Apple Green with the Merry Christmas. We had our second card with the little peekaboo deer. Oh, you're so welcome, Marlene. Thanks for coming to hang out. Okay, just a real quick reminder as well that starting Friday, well, it'd be Friday morning at midnight through 11:59 p.m. Monday, which I believe is December 2nd. So I believe Saturday is the 1st. You'll have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to place an order using this host code, $25 or more before shipping and tax, and I will send you a mystery box of equal or greater value. Again, everything in the mystery boxes will be coming from my stash. It is retired product. Some of it may never have been used. Some of it may be gently used, but nothing would be unusable. I promise you it'll be in very good condition. Yeah, it'll be fun to get a mystery in the mail. You're very welcome, Sherry. Yes, and happy Thanksgiving to all. I wish you all a fabulous rest of your evening this evening, an even better week ahead, and a very happy Thanksgiving. Our family is spending it with my mother-in-law. Her birthday happens to fall on Thanksgiving this year. So we are having our family, our husband, me, and my brother, we're having our dinner on Friday. But we're doing dinner with her on Thursday for her birthday. So yeah, it'll be a nice Thanksgiving for sure. All right, everyone, have a fabulous rest of your evening, and God willing, I will see you again next weekend. Bye for now.